Alex Crook here, still lost in New York outside the world-famous Plaza Hotel setting of the likes of Home Alone, Crocodile Dundee and of course Gossip Girl for our more younger listeners and viewers. And that's ironic because we're going to get right into the latest transfer chit-chat. Let's start with the future of England captain Harry Kane. He was here in New York, becoming England's record World Cup goal scorer as the Three Lions beat Panama by 2-0 to set up that last 32 clash with DR Congo in Atlanta on Wednesday. Big stories coming out of Spain overnight that Barcelona have registered their interest in Harry Kane. Now, I've done a little bit of digging on this. Bayern Munich pretty relaxed about the situation. New contract talks with Kane and the Bavarian Giants already well underway. They're expected to resume after this summer's World Cup, whenever that comes to an end for Kane. Of course, we hope it'll be the final back here in New Jersey. Bayern very confident of keeping Kane. They understand why Barcelona would be interested. Who wouldn't? Any club in the world would like someone with his goal-scoring prowess, but they are confident that Kane will sign a new contract. He's settled in Germany, he's settled in Munich, so I think Barcelona are going to find it really difficult to do a deal for the Three Lions skipper. Let's move on to someone else who's playing in New Jersey tomorrow. Bradley Barcola will be part of the France side as they take on Sweden in their first knockout game. Currently at Paris Saint-Germain, of course, back-to-back European champions, back-to-back Champions League winners. Keep an eye on Liverpool and Bradley Barcola. He's never been too far from the Reds' thinking, is my understanding. We know they made a strong play for Yan Diomande, who's also impressed at this tournament for the Ivory Coast. RB Leizpig rejecting Liverpool's offer of 80 plus 20 million. Looks like the player has his heart set on a move to PSG, and that might help Liverpool. If he pitches up in the French capital, every chance that PSG become open to offers for Barcola. And if that does happen, I would expect Liverpool to be right at the front of the queue. Strengthening in those wide areas is very much their priority this summer. They've already got Victor Munoz, a young player from Osasuna. They beat Newcastle to his signature. But if they could get Barcola, that would be the Mo Salah replacement. Just on Diomande, a lot of people suggesting that he has rejected Liverpool. I think that's probably over-egging it slightly. They never agreed a fee with Leipzig, so they never got as far as sitting down and discussing personal terms. To say that his preference is PSG would be fair, but to say he snubbed Liverpool, I think he's going a little bit too far. David Moyes has very much been part of talkSPORT's World Cup coverage at this tournament. He's also on the list of possible contenders to replace the outgoing Steve Clarke as Scotland manager. Don't think that will necessarily happen. I think he's quite happy at Everton, earning decent money in the Premier League, and Everton doing big business already this summer. They have agreed a £25 million deal for the Middlesbrough midfielder Hayden Hackney, the best player in the Championship in my opinion last season, best player in the Championship playoff final, even though he only got on the pitch for half an hour as Middlesbrough were beaten by Hull, having failed to go up. I think Borough always knew there was a chance that Hackney would move on. Interest from the likes of Crystal Palace and Hull, but it looks like Everton will be Hackney's next club. I think this is going to be a really shrewd signing. I think he could be a top Premier League player. And on the subject of Hull City, promoted to the Premier League, they're going to do plenty of business both in terms of incomings and outgoings this summer. They've agreed a deal with Rangers to sell their promotion-winning goalkeeper Ivor Pandor, £6 million the fee. Coming in the opposite direction in a deal worth around £3 million is Jack Butland, the very experienced goalkeeper, so he's likely to go in as Hull's number one. They're also going to sell Kyle Joseph back to the Championship to Middlesbrough for £5 million, so £11 million in the door, and that's going to help them stay on the right side of spending rules. And then I would expect Achun Ilakali, the very ambitious owner, to really make some waves in this transfer window. So there you go, there's all the latest gossip from outside the world-famous Plaza Hotel, setting of Gossip Girl. Stay tuned to talksport.com and our YouTube channel for all the big moves this summer.